Hello, my name is Cassandra Eve, and I'm here with you today to let you know about what I share with Whole Woman. So let's look at that whole woman. What does that mean? What does it signify? If we look at the two words individually, then we may be able to find some keys or some clues. So through my journey as a woman, I've discovered and experienced that I am already whole. We are already whole. And there's a wonderful grace and blessing in that recognition of I am already whole. We might know that as our being, our authentic self, our soul, our spirit, many different words to describe that deep sense of connection that we know inside with something that is so much more than we are as a human being. But then of course we come to the woman part or the man part, and that is the growing, evolving place on the earth where we're endeavouring to be more conscious or to live from that already wholeness that we know inside in a real way, in an honest way, in a conscious way, in a truthful way, in a more loving way. And of course, on that journey as a woman or a man, we meet places where we perhaps need some reflection, we need a mirror, we need some guidance or support to help us to live more fully and more consciously from that place of already wholeness in our womanness or our manness. So that's where I can share with you what I offer through Whole Woman. Deep conversations with your astrology. Now, what does that mean? What is your astrology? Well, for each individual, we have a birth chart, which is taken from the time that you're born and the place that you're born as well. No one shares that soul map with you unless they are born at the same time and the same place. And that soul map is like a road map for your life, for your individuality, for how your energy wants to express, how it's calling to grow and evolve on the earth. It's a bit like you're the radio receiver, and your radio receiver looks very different from anyone else's. And you're receiving the communications from that big radio station in the sky, in the universe. Your stations are tuned in to a particular frequency or a particular set of frequencies. So knowing and exploring and understanding your astrological map helps you to fine-tune those radio stations so that you're tuning into the clarity rather than the static of those signals that are coming from the universe. So in a deep conversation with your astrology, we would have a look at that birth map, and we would have a look to see where your gifts and challenges are in terms of your evolution as a soul on a journey on the earth in a human body. Then we'd also look at what the current rhythms, opportunities, challenges and so on are in terms of what's arriving on the earth as a communication from the universe, so the different frequencies of energy that are pouring into the earth to support and perhaps challenge our evolution. So we look to see how those communications are uniquely supporting or challenging you in terms of your own journey and your own growth. We can also look at that much bigger picture in terms of the collective, but on an individual level, we're looking at the rhythms and the patterns that are unfolding within your life over a particular period of time. Now, astrology historically has been known as predictive. It's actually not predictive. It's about the infinite possibilities that are arriving for us as a collective and as individuals within that collective in order that we can evolve and grow in our consciousness on the earth. It's also not goal orientated. It's process orientated. It's about the kind of growth processes that we're in where the opportunities for growth are and where the challenges to growth are, and what the deeper meaning behind those challenges are, what the keys are within those challenges for us to grow consciously through. Astrology also doesn't take away choice. I had a really interesting conversation with somebody recently about free will and astrology, because this person said free will overrides astrology. And yes, that's true, or it may be true, because on the earth, as human beings, we have choice. We have free will. So we can choose to not listen to those signals as they're coming in. And I kind of know that, and I'm sure you would recognise that in your life too, where there's something deeper calling us, but our will or our personal ego diverts that and takes it off on another track. Now, if we're wise, we learn not to do that. We learn to stay aligned with that universal frequency of communication that's coming in for us. So astrology does not take away free will. It actually empowers conscious choice to align with what we know is more deeply true. Another way I share the work with individuals, with women, is on weekend and week-long retreats, where we dive into the feminine energies. They're not so astrology based, although those feminine energies are there within astrology and we can explore them on individual consultations. But on the weekend and week-long retreats, we dive together into those feminine energies, we activate them, we see where they're calling to express much more deeply through our lives, and how each aspect of that divine feminine has her own message and her own journey. We bring them together in a deeply loving space. So if you're intrigued or if you're inspired by what I've been sharing on this short video with you, I invite you to have a look at my website, which is www.beingwholewoman.co.uk, or have a look at my Facebook page, Whole Woman, and see where you would like to engage with this further. Thank you for making the space to listen today.